What is up guys, Dive in here and welcome back to another video from the Airbnb that I'm currently living in, still for another couple of weeks. So let's see how many videos we're gonna film from here. I just recently moved to Sweden, so I don't have an apartment right now myself, but my wife and my daughter and my dog and I have a great Airbnb, so I really enjoy being here. We've got the garden right outside. Today we're gonna focus on the Teenage Engineering Pocket Operator and the MaschinePlus, which I'll be using to resample what I've been doing recently is I made a lot of like loops and little samples where I chopped up sounds and chords and I rearranged them on the Pocket Operator while I was on the go, say waiting for the bus or on the bus. There's a lot of bus time for me right now, or when waiting for my wife at the grocery store because me and my dog are not allowed in there. Well, it's more him than me. And of course at the beautiful sunset right by the sea, which is like 4 minutes away from our home here, so that's pretty dope. So what I'll show you guys in this video is how I'm resampling these loops that I made on the go on the Pocket Operator, just like little basic ideas and song beginnings, because I find it rather boring to browse for samples on a desk. It's kind of uninspiring, so I love to go outside for that, you know, experience something. I even find sitting in front of a grocery store more inspiring than, you know, indoors. And I don't even have a desk right now for that matter. I'm sitting on the floor right now, and this is my daughter, and this is my daughter's cupboard, which has like her toys and that kind of stuff in here. So in total I made 4 different loops on the Pocket Operator, and so far I've sampled 3 of them into the machine, and they sound like this. Second one. And next up, we're going to sample the 4th one, and I'll show you now how I'm doing it. By the way, I'm filming all of this on my GoPro because this is such an on-the-go setup, so I felt like the GoPro is the adequate camera to use for that. Don't worry, I'll be back with better image quality very soon. So if you're new on this channel, don't worry, this is usually not what my visuals look like. I just want to give you guys something better than nothing, so this is something. So the Pocket Operator goes with its output into my Complete Audio 6 interface because the input of the built-in MaschinePlus interface is super quiet. So for an instrument like the Pocket Operator, it is too quiet to even pick up a signal, which is kind of a bummer, to be honest. I hope this is going to be fixed in the next MaschinePlus edition, but so far it's what we've got. So for most cases it's quite alright, but I usually, when sampling, bring in my Complete Audio 6, so I've got a little bit of a louder input signal. So what we're gonna do now, you know, first thing you need to do if you want to do it like me and use an external interface is in settings, choose the external interface rather than the internal one. Next up I'm gonna jump to sampling, and I set it up as follows: source external mono, input I'm using the left input, so that's fine. I'm using the detect mode because still the Pocket Operator signal is super quiet, so I've got it set to -52 dB, something around that, you know. So I set the threshold really low, as you can see. And I've also pulled up my input signal almost to the max, as well as here the master volume is set to 16. So, and you'll hear some of the shortcomings in a second, but I still think it's a super nice workflow. At least so far I'm still thinking that. And obviously I've got the monitor on so I can hear something. So first thing, we're gonna push start. The guy here is asleep, so let's wake him up very quick. Let's do that again. Push start and then play. and stop. And as you could hear, the input signal is super quiet. So the first thing we want to do is go to Edit, Normalize, and Apply. So you can tell that the audio track just enlarged by a lot. Like before it was like this. Now have a look at that. Redo. Super big now. So it's much louder. But what you can also hear is that there's a lot of hissing that came with it. And we're gonna fix that in a second. I think a little bit of hissing is totally fine for like a lo-fi type of track. So I don't mind that too much. I actually think it's pretty cool. This is a little bit much for my taste still, so we're gonna go to that in a second. Before we fix the hissing, I'm just gonna truncate the sample really quick. It starts on the hit, so that's fine. I'm just gonna trim the ending a little bit because we had a little bit of the first chord coming back to it. A little bit more, I think. This could be it. My SD card keeps being full, so this is really me working against the time. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit faster. So I think I just found the right spot. So I'm gonna hit apply for the truncating to take place. Next up, I'm going to address the hissing. So I'm gonna exit the sampling mode, go into plugin mode, which I already am, go to the plus here, like this, enter, and I'm in the browser. And now you can see I already got the EQ, or I don't know if you can see that, probably not. I've already got the EQ chosen here. So I'm gonna open up an EQ and I'm gonna increase the gain just to see if I found the right frequency. Seems about right. So I'm just gonna decrease that a little bit. And the hissing is much, much better. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Save really quick. By the way, this is going to be a little bit of a tiny EP. I released an EP called Backpack Tracks back in 2019, and I intend to make this the volume 2 of this, so Backpack Tracks volume 2. It's gonna be the name of this EP. They're all in 80 BPM. That's just convenient to work with the Pocket Operator to have one tempo, so you can play the tracks all without needing to change the tempo every time. I'm probably gonna make another video where I'm gonna show you guys how I make the tracks on the Pocket Operator, basically the step ahead of what we're doing today. So if you guys wanna see that, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'm also gonna make a third video, the step after what we did today, where I'm gonna show you guys how I'm turning these 4 loops into full tracks. So yeah, definitely exciting stuff happening, especially like around the Pocket Operator and MaschinePlus and the whole DAWless lo-fi beat making stuff. So I think this is all pretty exciting. So far I love the process, especially because I don't really love sound designing on the MaschinePlus when it comes to samples, when it comes to chords. There's no vinyl simulation or some type of effect that I can make my sounds go a bit more warbly in a way that I really like it, like in a way that I have that type of control that I have maybe with my plugins on my computer, but I still prefer making beats on the MaschinePlus. And I feel like my music is supposed to sort of reflect what I'm feeling, reflect what I'm experiencing. I think for me personally, the sample should sort of express something more. Anyways, that's it for me. A lot of talking, not so much music making, but I just want to show you guys because I'm really excited about this new setup that I got myself. I don't know if the samples sound good, if it's too much hissing, so we'll need to see. I'm super excited to find out though, so I'm gonna get to working those and probably starting to record the next video right about very soon. So take care, you guys. I hope you guys have a great day. This is me, Divin, signing out from Sweden, not from Berlin anymore. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.